Thank you, Speaker. Just two SQs from me. The first is, can the Minister for Transport share further details on the response time requirements for the different levels of oil spill severity on the different types of resource owners, whether it's the boom operator or otherwise? For example, just like how for us NS men, there are different kind of requirements in terms of the manning depending on the operational demands of the different units. Second, have the current operators performed to required response time and effectiveness standards in the twice yearly oil response exercise? Are they stress tested, and will the Minister consider tightening the standards and conducting such exercises annually in light of this incident? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I think we have covered these points earlier. The learning points from this incident, certainly, I think, as I mentioned earlier, we will take on board and see how we can further enhance our processes, our SOPs, and we will also factor this in the regular exercises that we conduct. The next exercise for the oil spill will be in October this year. Standards, the industry standards, it is difficult to have a precise single number, and I hope Mr. Chua can appreciate why, because every oil spill is different, depending on the scale, depending on the nature, depending on the geography. The time to respond to the oil spill can vary from oil spill to oil spill. And in some instances, the oil may not float very far away. In some instances, it may float further away. In some instances, like I mentioned, the oil density makes it easier to detect because it floats on the surface. In this case, it was an added challenge because this oil has similar density as the seawater, so it could go below the surface. So because of all those factors, there isn't a single number that you can say, oh, did you meet this X hours? It's not quite like that. But if we look at the overall response, including the deployment of the MPA petrol vessel arriving 11 minutes, started to spray dispersants, which is very important, I think, in the initial period before it starts to harden. And then subsequently, the deployment of the vessels to keep track of the oil and then to start cleaning it up. We have received positive responses actually from industry experts from different parts of the world who commented that Singapore's response on this particular incident, and I'm sure they are comparing based on their years of experience with other incidents around the world. Our response, in their words, was extremely fast.